Yo, what up, dudes? And mom. I'm gonna try to be a little bit more speedy with these. No need to prolong it. Last week I was still in recovery mode. I feel pretty good now. Right away, I'm gonna actually want to start with COVID-19, as they're calling it now, the official name. If you don't know what COVID stands for, I think it just stands for coronavirus disease, and then 19 is 2019 when it started. And all I want to say is I'm going to give you two links below. One was a blog post that Tim Ferriss shared that really goes deep into the numbers behind it. And the other one is the Joe Rogan podcast, where maybe, I don't know if it's the first 20, 30 minutes are really compact, like just talking about the disease with an expert. And yeah, it's worth being informed about it. And I've been making jokes and things on social media about it, but jokes that are designed to make people take it a little bit more seriously. As far as like what you can do for prevention is mainly don't be close to sick people. And the problem is you don't know who the sick people are, which is why they've closed, the NBA and different events and all that. So yeah, get informed. Like something I'll pass on, because as maybe you've heard, Taiwan's done a really good job of containing it. And just yesterday, they had their 50th case, and it's an American, but he actually got it from friends from America. So the 50th case came from the US to Taiwan back in February. So anyway, check out those two resources. If you have questions, you can connect below. Now the recap. Last week I said I would just, I mentioned social media and content schedule. Didn't do any of that. What I did do, and this is a really important part of, I guess, any kind of product development, and I'm doing community development, I guess, more than product development. It's almost like the community is my product, but I did a lot of customer interviews. And on that note, if you reach out, probably in the future I'll have a form. I don't have one now. But if you reach out, I want to interview you. I want to talk to just as many people as I can. And actually, I end up kind of just talking to them about life. Like my community is somewhat focused on daily habits and that sort of thing. But it goes deeper than that. And I just kind of like, it's fun talking to people and just hearing about, kind of what's important to them, where they spend their money. I'm always asking people where they spend their money, but it's interesting. So if you want me to try a customer interview on you, let me know, and we'll set up a time to video chat. Let's see, coronavirus. Oh yeah. So for next week, I just want to do more interviews. So I'll schedule interviews, talk to people when I can. I basically want to do interviews, and then I guess I'll drop this real quick. I want to write, so I'm really focused on writing this. Let me see, what else do I have after this? Bada bing, bada bing. Like I'm gonna weave around a little bit, but just a couple more items here. I'm working on this book. I was talking to John from yen.io, that camp I did. And he mentioned writing a manifesto. So I actually might write that, which basically like a compact version of maybe what it means to be a flowist. So not even about flow to your dream. Whatever, we'll see what comes of that. I'll probably have at least a draft for you to check out next week if you want to look at that. But something I realized, I have this friend Zoe that I've been hanging out with kind of a lot here and there. And I'm really slow. Like, it's funny, I'm all on, like, online, reach out to me, yeah, whatever, because it's on email or, it's whatever. But, like, IRL, like, I'm really slow to let new friends into my circle. Like, really slow. Like, it might take maybe about minimum of 2 years before I even start to think a person is a friend. Like it goes deep. It goes deep. Oddly enough, there I've made some friends through this video thing who I think people I'd consider friends, even though I haven't seen them, and then some I have seen in the IRL space. Anyway, all that said, so what hit me, and I guess especially like I was frazzled last week, a lot of people calling, a lot of people wanting to meet up. And I was telling Zoe this, I'm like, man, I want my book or a pamphlet or a manifesto or something where it's like, oh, you want me to spend time talking to you and hanging out with you? Have you read my manifesto? And if like a person reads it and they're like, you're weird. I'm like, good. We don't have to hang out then. Like, that's great. We don't have to talk anymore. Peace. So, yeah, so I have thousands of words now, 10, 20,000 words more scattered around several Google Docs, and I'm gonna try to compress those into, I don't know, let's actually compress it into 1,080 words. That seems perfect. If I can do 360, 1,080, or 108 words, I don't think I can do it in 108 words. That'll be the goal. 1,080. That sounds beautiful. That's the perfect number of words. Okay, so there's that. Staying on the topic of Flow to Your Dream, tomorrow is the first official Flowist IRL Flow to Your Dream meetup. And that's actually the result of, I go do meditation Sunday mornings, and for the last 4 weeks, or maybe last week was the 5th week, either tomorrow's the 5th week or last week was the 5th week, but for, I think 4 weeks, tomorrow's number 5, but for 4 weeks in a row, every time after meditation, one or more people wanted to meet up, and I'm like, dude, I should just make this a regular, like, meetup. I didn't know what the meetup would be called, but then I was like, you know what, it's gonna be a Flow to Your Dream meetup, and I called it Flowist, plural, IRL, number 1. So that's going down tomorrow. Excited about that. Last weekend was really cool. I thought I talked about last Saturday, but that would have been impossible because Sunday didn't happen yet. But last Sunday after meditation, me and a friend from meditation met at this cafe. 2 other people came. We talked. It was cool. Two of the guys left. Me and Zoe were inside talking. Then me and Zoe went outside, and the 2 guys were like hanging out in the park. And I'm like, watch this. I'm gonna make them do push hands. So then I got them to do push hands. Then people wanted to do push hands with me, and then it just turned into a Tai Chi party. It was really cool. I like Tai Chi. And then finally, we'll end it here. I don't know how fast I was. I will have to have a independent timer since I can't, the way I set up my phone, I can't see it. I will be shutting down. Maybe I'll do that this week. Shutting down being bipolar. And that actually was, I was thinking about it already, and it kind of came from Jonathan, a conversation I had with him, not this past week, but the week before. And I don't know if I'm good at articulating it, but his thought was basically like, why do something that focuses on this one, disability or whatever? He's like, why not? Don't even think about that and just do the Flow to Your Dream thing or whatever. And I was already kind of thinking that, like, man, I can just make Flow to Your Dream work for people with depression or bipolar or whatever. Like, one attribute of the whole Flow to Your Dream is these like tight communities of people who are working together on something. Right now, everybody's kind of like doing different things, but as there are more people and more communities, they'll get tighter focused. So yeah, I'm gonna shut down being bipolar, which then just like, and then there were 3, and these 3 things seem solid. There's me, if you're watching, Casey Abbott Payne. There's the Black Horse Tai Chi, which I'll drop the link below, and maybe you can let me know if it worked right this time. I deleted some of the photos just now. And flow to your dream. And that's it. All right, we'll leave it there. I'll see you next week. As always, you can connect below. A few of you, somebody sent an email last week. I replied. I didn't get anything back, I don't think. If you replied and I missed it, let me know. Email me again, tweet me, ping me, whatever. All right, guys, love you. Stay safe in the COVID-19 outbreak. Like, try not to, like, here's the thing. This is the thing. He says this early in the Joe Rogan thing, but Italy went from everything was normal, everything was fine, normal, to in 3 weeks, the whole country's on lockdown, everything's closed, just pharmacies and grocery stores. You need to have like a card as you travel around, and there's checkpoints. Like in 3 weeks that happened, right? Pray that it doesn't happen even here in Taiwan or where you are, but it is absolutely a possibility. So keep that in mind. Don't freak out. It's all good. Love you. Peace.